Hey boys and girls, this is Wildman Willis here, and I'm doing a review of Star Wars The Last Jedi. Well, it seems like this movie has divided a lot of fans. Some people are really hating it, and a lot of people are really loving it. So here's my take of the movie. Well, it's a very visually stunning movie. It has a very important message that a lot of people are missing in the movie, and it actually shows flaws to one of the pivotal characters in the Star Wars universe that I think has a lot of people upset. But if you've been a fan of the movies for this long, you can see that the flaws of this character has been there ever since he's been introduced as in the New Hope. I don't want to spoil it for people, for those that haven't seen the movie. So I like to go and have people spoil free so they can make their own decisions. But I think this movie is actually pointing fingers at hero worshiping and the effect that it has to people, where when you see the flaws of the person that you've been worshiping as your hero all this time, he's not as perfect as you made him out to be. And since this movie really points that out, I think a lot of people are upset about that. So I think that's where all the vitriol hate of this movie is coming from. I noticed it about the movie, so it didn't bother me because I've always had that idea of that character. So maybe it's time for the Star Wars fans that can't accept that to move on. Maybe this isn't Star Wars that is made for you anymore. Maybe it's made for a newer generation, or maybe it's made for a more intelligent generation. Maybe it's for people that just don't want to see spaceships blow up. It actually makes you want to think about what's going on in your life and in the real world at this point in time. So maybe it's time to move on from Star Wars. Like Kylo Ren said, it's time to let go of the past. And I think this movie is trying to establish that for the next movie, and well as the next trilogy in line made by Rian Johnson in a couple of years. So I'm alright with that. I'm okay with that. I didn't have any real major gripes about the movie. My only problem is, and I can see where people coming from, is Finn's storyline. It was almost kind of unnecessary, but at one point, when everything comes together near the end of the movie, it all makes sense. I don't know how some people take that part of the movie. I took it as one little spark or one little person in this world or in this universe, and their imagination and what happens to them can lead to great and wonderful things. And isn't that what the Force is about? I think people have missed out on the true meaning of the Force. And I think this movie actually shows what what happens when people have problems with certain things and they don't know how to solve it. And this movie proves that. And maybe that's why a lot of people are hurt. I, for one, enjoyed this movie. Is it the best Star Wars movie of all time? No, I would never say that. It's up there with Empire Strikes Back and Rogue One and New Hope and Return of the Jedi. So I enjoyed it for what it was. I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen with hopefully the last movie of the Skywalker saga. So we can see what else is new in the Star Wars world. So this is Wildman Willis signing off, and may the Force be with you. Bye.